It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid Jay Nolan here. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Industry, of course, with Jay Nolan. Now, today we're going to be talking about Tyla. All right, it's a lot of unfortunate news that was just unveiled today. It looks like Tyla's going to be completely canceling her upcoming tour. She was scheduled to go through the U.S. and other North American areas, including Europe as well. I think she's dropping her debut album in actually toward the end of the month. So the tour was supposed to launch shortly, in that bracket around the time her album is supposed to drop. As a matter of fact, do I have the date in front of me? The album is supposed to drop on March 22nd. The tour was going to be coming with that. And she was going to be on the road out until about May of this year. Unfortunately, all of those plans have been canceled. Tyla took to social media today to let the people know, let the fans know all of their money is going to be returned. Everybody's going to have to go through the proper channels in order to get their refunds or figure out where they'll be able to, redeem those tickets at a later time for a show at a later time. But unfortunately, they're let me separate the two statements. They're putting Tyla all over the place. She's receiving a lot of success. She's being plastered all over the place. She's receiving a lot of accolades. She's getting a lot of publicity, press, etc. She's just launched a new Gap commercial where she's doing choreography and dancing and stuff like that. So, this is coming right at the height of all of her success. And I don't know how this is going to affect her. I don't know how this is going to affect the label with all of the money that they've invested into her. I guess, as long as it happens this year at some point, they'll be able to recover and hopefully be able to capitalize on the buzz that she's been amassing so far. But let's get into Tyla's announcement, okay? So she says, "My Tigers," which is, I guess, the name of her fan base. "All of you know that this moment you have all helped me transform into a reality has been a lifelong dream. I am so grateful and humbled by this past year and the way it's changed my life. I can never thank you guys enough for all your loving support, all the joy, the laughter, and the wins. As much as this is something I would rather have dealt with privately, it's important that I share what I have to share with you today. For the past year, I've been silently suffering with an injury that has tragically worsened. I've seen doctors and specialists with high hopes, but the pain has only become more agonizing, as has the severity of the situation. I'm absolutely heartbroken to have to say this, but as of right now, I won't be able to proceed with the tour. In consulting with medical professionals, it's become increasingly clear that continuing any festival or tour dates would jeopardize my long-term health and safety. Words cannot describe my frustration at this pivotal point in my career. So please know that my team and I are working diligently on a spectacular show for you as soon as I am recovered and ready to return safely on stage this summer. For North American headline dates, your tickets will automatically be refunded. For all other territories, you will be contacted by your ticket provider regarding options. Please keep a lookout for new dates and information. Thank you, Tigers, for understanding." Okay? And in her caption, she also says, "Y'all still going to see me around, Tigers, so don't worry too much. Just know when I'm back to performing pain-free, I'm going to be even more of a problem. It's hard having to turn down opportunities you've been waiting your whole life for, but God has his plan." Okay? Now, when I saw this on social media, unfortunately, I saw a lot of people that were being very harsh, very mean in the comments. We're just going to take a quick little breeze into what people are saying. I don't want to harp on this too long, but I just thought it was interesting because so many people were supporting Water. The song was everywhere. It was in all the playlists. It was in all the festivals. It was in all the advertisements. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. It was a lot going on with this song, right? And everybody enjoyed it. It was one of those unanimous moments where a new artist popped up and it was like, ooh, this is refreshing. It was Afro beats, but it was also very R&B at the same time. And although she's South African, She sings very clearly in English. She doesn't have a strong accent when she sings. So I was like, oh wow, this is I could deal with this. You know what I mean? But now it seems like a lot of people have turned on her. So I see here, somebody says they have played that water song enough anyways. Get well. Someone else says, hold on. I know the fans sweating and losing their breath over this. She slipped on water. Someone else. People are saying she only has one song. Ticket sales must have been low. LMAO, a whole tour with one song that Grammy gassed her, I see. It's crazy. And I'm going to go out on a limb and just say, y'all people are like despicable. You know what I mean? Number one, she has more than one song. I mean, just to be factual about the situation. She's unproblematic. She doesn't bother nobody. She hasn't had no scandal. She hasn't hurt anyone. So I don't even understand why people would approach with such negativity in the comments. But of course, the comment section, that's what they do. They like to try to get they off. But I don't think that's cool. Number one, she's got 5 records out on her EP Tyler, self-titled, and they're building that into her actual album, which will be her self-titled album Tyler, which is smart, by the way. So all the 5 songs, which is one of them is the remix of Water with Travis Scott, which again was very strategic. So Water's a hit record. She's got Truth or Dare, which actually is a really dope record. That was the follow-up after Water. Kind of sounded a little bit similar. I saw a lot of people saying this ain't the other song when it dropped, but it's not. If you actually listen to the lyrics, it's totally different. The content is different. I actually like the record. She's got Butterflies on this EP. It's a ballad. It's a really beautiful song. I gotta tell y'all, if you haven't heard it, you might want to check it out. On and On is definitely more so a prototypical R&B song. Had some hints of like a Aaliyah influence, if you ask me. I don't know that to be a fact. It just felt that way when I listened to it. And then, of course, you have the Water remix with Travis Scott. Travis Scott is one of the biggest American artists out here. I think people are definitely looking at her as a light-skinned black woman and not an African artist. So I think that they're looking at her, you know, kind of like, I think that's where some of the shade is coming from. Like, you got one song, but y'all don't understand. This is a crossover moment, right? This is her opportunity to get into the North American market and start seeing what her demand is like over here and in European countries. So y'all just being mean. You know what I mean? And I can normally stomach when motherfuckers are being nasty, but I don't think she's done anything to deserve that. I don't think she's done anything to earn some of that vitriol and hate that y'all are dispersing, right? So let me go to the Tyler tour. Now, what I do think is interesting is touring off of 5 records, and it's a headlining tour. She probably wouldn't be on stage very long. I know she had a couple other records that dropped before she blew up. I think she has probably a grand total of about 8 songs. Take 8 songs. I mean, each song is typically like 3 minutes. So she was probably going to be doing 45-minute sets, maybe actually, well, let me not say that, because it was going to be following the album, and the album has 14 songs on it. So she was going to be performing the album once it dropped. So let me not even take that play. She was going to be performing the album. That's what you do. But of course, a lot of people don't know clearly that this was going to be in support of the album. But even if you go off of what she's released, she had about 8 songs, about 7-8 songs, tracks that were out prior to her blowing up, and then the stuff that came out since then. So even if she didn't have the album, she could have probably gone out and done 45-minute sets. They could have aligned her with another support act. They didn't put out any supporting acts on the promo, but they could have easily gotten that squared away. You know what I'm saying? Got some 1 or 2 openers. I mean, people do it all the time. It's not even a surprise. So again, I think people are being extremely hard on her. especially as a brand new artist that everybody had been sniffing up her ass not too long ago. It's crazy how people switch up, you know? So they were going to kick off in Oslo, Norway, March 21st. Then they were going to come to America April 22nd through May 28th. Again, all of this is being canceled and or rescheduled for a later time. Now, when it comes to Tyla's injury, she did not go into detail to let us know what exactly is wrong with her, what she's dealing with, you know, and there's a variety of things that could be ailing her in this moment. We don't know if she has any, you know, long-standing health issues. She says she's been dealing with this for about a year. So we don't know if this is something that could be like autoimmune. We don't know if this could be, you know, some sort of illness that she's dealing with. It could possibly be a lot of performers have vocal injuries where you're forced to take a break. A lot of people have gone through that in recent years where they had tours scheduled, started a tour, did about half of it, and really just couldn't go out there and sing no more, right? So this is something that happens, and a lot of times artists will have to either get surgery. So it could get so bad that you require surgery, or you have to abruptly end what you're doing, which is what she did. Because basically you'll get to a point where the doctors are like, hey, if you finish this tour out, you're going to need some potentially life-altering surgery on your vocal cords, and we don't know how long it's going to take for that to heal. It could heal in 5-6 months. It could heal in a year. It could be an ongoing healing process where you feel good some days and other days it's just not clicking for you, right? Because they're going into all of this. It ain't no guarantee. Or they say, stop now, get rest, treat yourself right, you know, push things back naturally, you know what I mean, to where we don't have to put you under the knife, and let's reconvene in 4 months, 5 months, and see how you're doing. See if the road to recovery is treating you well. Then we can clear you to go out at a later time. Again, I don't know this to be fact. I'm not saying that. I'm not putting that on her. I'm just saying that a lot of singers do experience that, right? Or it could be just like a personal injury. I don't know if she's got a knee problem, hip problem. I mean, she be out here swaying them hips, rocking back and forth. She does a lot of dancing. We don't know what. It could be a foot thing. It could be ankles. We just don't know, right? And unfortunately, although she came out with an announcement and let her fans know a little something, she did not signify exactly what the problem is. I wish they would have. I hope that it ends up coming out at some point. Maybe they feel like they want to keep that private. Maybe it's something, that could be embarrassing. I don't know. But as of right now, the tour is pushed back. They did not announce that the album is pushed back. So I think that will kind of take away from a little bit of the energy and excitement going into the album. I don't think it's going to hinder it much. Those that are actually interested in hearing her self-titled album, they're still going to go get it. Who's to say that they don't have some other hits in the pipeline that may drop off of this project, which will carry her into when she's able to go back on the road and get back on stage. But yeah, that's pretty much the update. Prayers up for Tyla. I hope she recovers. You know what I mean? I hope everything works out in her favor because, again, this is a pivotal moment in her career. She just blew up maybe 7-8 months ago. She's been signed for all of maybe like 2 years and some change. She got bought out of her South African contract. She's being inserted into an American market where she's not familiar. You know what I mean? She doesn't know anything about us over here other than music and things that they probably showed on TV and stuff like that. But this is a very pivotal moment in her life. And unfortunately, it's being halted a little bit. It's being stretched out. It's being prolonged, right? Everything that she hoped and wished for, it was all on the way. And now she's got to wait even longer. You know what I mean? So if I were in her position, I would definitely be feeling some type of way as well. Now, we just got to keep an eye out to see. She says that you'll still be seeing her here and there. So I'm quite sure she's probably got other endorsements lined up. She's probably got other means, probably other features and stuff that have come out or that will be coming out in the pipeline. quite sure she's collaborated with other artists. We don't know who's going to be featured on the album. Might be some big features on the album, some really nice songs. So at this point, we just got to sit back and let her go through the process. Okay? And being that there's not much else to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, right? I want to say much love and respect to Tyler. Much love and respect to everybody for tuning in. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see y'all on the next one. Be sure to like and share, like and share, like and share. I'm going to take y'all out with Let's Get It One Good Time, and I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all enjoy your evening. Have a good one. There's more content coming on the channel today, so keep a lookout for me, all right? Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.